So here's my take on the hand buffing cards in Warrior. Basically, I'm just trying to make big taunts and outlast aggro with taunts and armor. It works okay against aggro. You pretty much automatically lose against control. Definitely not a very good deck, would not recommend playing it. But when you can make giant ally armor smiths, or even just like a giant public defender, it can be pretty fun. And when you don't get all your synergy together, you lose pretty miserably. And against control, they just 2-for-1 you over and over again, and by turn 8 you're out of cards and they have a full hand. But anyway, make some big taunts. Stolen Goods into Public Defender is so strong. I think I keep it. I don't think I want the Brass Knuckles though. I'd much rather just have a Bloodhoof Brave or a Grimy Gadgeteer, maybe even Ally Armorsmith is better. So it looks like this might be turn 2 War Axe into turn 3 something into turn 4 both of these guys. A drawback of getting the Ally Armorsmith is that sometimes Stolen Goods lands on it, and I don't want that to happen. Maybe I should have kept the Brass Knuckles for that reason. So this is a pretty easy War Axe. Just go ahead and kill that 1-2 before it turns into a Flame Imp. Ravaging Ghoul should clean up Patches next turn. It's actually going to clean up both of those, which is nice. Like I said, pretty easy Ravaging Ghoul. And it looks like next turn will be that Stolen Goods Public Defender turn I thought about. Yeah, it's probably just Bloodhoof Brave instead of Stolen Goods. I'm not sure if I use my War Axe on this. I probably should use my War Axe since I have another weapon in my hand. And that 2-1 doesn't really look that scary, but sometimes he has like Flame Tongue Totem stuff that makes it scary. That card is scary. I play 2 Shield Slams and 2 Executes, but I don't have either of them. Although I guess Shield Slam wouldn't be particularly good here. This thing just one-shots whatever I play. Go for a Stolen Goods. I did land it on this guy. So if I play this guy out, this guy can't kill it. And this guy goes in here, he's down to 7-5. I can run into it with Public Defender and Brass Knuckles next turn to finish it off. It's not a very elegant way to kill a 7-7, but it is a way to kill it. No Taunt Totem, thankfully. I think I do want to kill that 7-7. Oh, he got the Healing Totem, so I actually can't. Well, that sucks. Probably still want to go for Brass Knuckles here. And I think I would like to get the buff on the Armorsmith, so I'll attack before playing the Armorsmith. But I will play the Armorsmith here regardless. Landed on Honcho, which is not great. If I can land this Honcho buff on Ally Armorsmith, it might be able to do a lot of work. But that's a little bit ambitious, thinking I'll have time to do that. Not sure if Maelstrom Portal was actually better than Weapon there. I think I would have been tempted to use the Spirit Claws. So I actually can Shield Slam the Flame Wreathed Faceless now instead of having to face tank it. But if I do that, I can't play Ally Armorsmith because I do need to armor up. I think I have to just play Don Honcho here. And I don't want Don Honcho to get the buff, so I'm gonna play him first. My Ally Armorsmith is really big, and I'm kind of counting on it to save me. I'm at a relatively high life total right now, though. Should be hard to die this turn. I might have to shield slam that Light Warden next turn. Seems like it's going to be pretty fat. This guy is really big. Do I want to make him 3/3 bigger? 11/16? It's probably better to armor up and shield slam this Light Warden, because the Light Warden's going to do so much damage to my ally Armorsmith anyway. Is it actually better to kill off the Flame Tongue than the Flame Wreath? I think it actually might be, because the Flame Tongue does so much damage, and I get to keep my Honcho alive. Yeah, killing this 7/2 has to be good. This ally Armorsmith is really, really big. He actually can't even kill ally Armorsmith on board. I think most aggro shamans don't play Hex. If this guy's playing Hex, I guess I lose. But he probably would have played it by now if he had it. It's a pretty high value card. Luckily his golems aren't like insanely big right now. Look at that armor. Well, this is a pretty easy use of my cards right here. Question is what I do with these guys. Do I just punch him in the face? I probably use Honcho to value trade here and then go face with a 9/3 so he has to send Aya or both of these things into it. And he definitely can't use his face. This armor though. No lightning storm, please. Oh god, he got spell damage. Okay. We good? Well, I don't actually have lethal on board. Assuming he sends Aya into my 9/3. But how's he actually gonna kill me? I'm gonna be on 60 at the end of this turn? I do have a few lethal draws in my deck, that's not one of them though. So if I just go face, I set him to 2. I don't think he can even clear my board, but maybe I should try to kill off this Tunnel Trog. No, there's no way he can clear. Because he can't even use his weapon to help. I don't think there's really much point in playing the Public Defender here. It's not like I can actually die this turn. He even missed the Taunt Totem. Got him. Well, these guys cost too much mana. War Axe is great. Gadgeteer, not too sure about keeping the Gadgeteer. I do have some better cards, but this card is fine. It's also one of the strongest cards in my deck, so I think I'll keep it. Especially if he can land a buff on ally Armorsmith. I think I'll just coin the War Axe here. Mitigate as much damage as possible. I could have held the coin and just played War Axe next turn, but it looks like even without the coin I would have a pretty natural 3/5. So I may as well just use it here to stop a little bit of damage from that Trog. It could have been as much as like 3 damage if he played like a Totem Golem that turn. So he's an Aggro Shaman, but for some reason he didn't have a 2-drop. So that's pretty good. I think I like Ravaging Ghoul better than Fierce Monkey here. It just kills off this 1/1, which can be pretty scary with a Flame Tongue Totem. And the taunt can be better later. Whereas this 3/3 probably just punches into something. Probably need to use my 3/3 to execute this. It's a pretty inefficient use of my mana this turn, but I don't really want to take 7 damage. I guess maybe I have enough health that it would have been okay to take 7 damage if I got the Grimy Gadgeteer on the board, but I think I like this play better. The Alley Armorsmith is pretty weak here. I think I'm just going to play the Gadgeteer. It's a little bit off curve, which I'm not a huge fan of, but anything that it lands the buff on is pretty good, and compared to the Fierce Monkey Armorsmith play, this guy might just also kill both Feral Spirits, and since he has spell damage on the board, 3 versus 4 health is not that big a deal against something like Lightning Bolt. Or something like Flame Tongue Totem. I don't think it's really worth spending an execute on this. Although it would protect my Fierce Monkey, I just don't think it's really necessary. I think I just go Fierce Monkey Armorsmith here. The Armorsmith is probably going to gain me as much health as the Hero Power would, so I may as well get the 1/4 on the board here. Even with this play, I'm pretty happy I played the Armorsmith, because now it just contests the 2/1 spell damage totem. And hey, if it eats a Lightning Bolt, I am definitely happy with that. Ravaging Ghoul's not bad here, but I think this is the best opportunity to play Don Honcho. It's a really slow card, it's not that easy to actually get it out of my hand in this matchup. Sogoth was probably worse than Alley Armorsmith, but if I can get this Sogoth down, it should be very hard for him to deal with. Although it looks like he's just going to have a ton of power on board. Hopefully Ravaging Ghoul plus Alley Armorsmith can help clean up this board, though. Maybe I even go Ravaging Ghoul, execute Fiery War Axe here. I could take 3 damage to leave him with just a Flame Tongue Totem. And then Sogoth could hopefully help me stabilize. If he plays like a Flame Wreath Faceless, I'll have an execute with a dude on board. Oh wait, no, I'd have to spend my execute. I'm definitely playing Ravaging Ghoul here. So if I just play Alley Armorsmith, I guess it trades with 2 of these. It kind of also deals with these 2, and leaves him with just a Flame Tongue Totem. But it gains armor. But I think I like playing it. It's going to be hard to buff it from this point because I'm just going to need to play it before I draw into a buff. And at this point the 2/7 stat line actually lines up pretty well against his dudes. And as long as it kills the Tunnel Trog, I think I'm pretty happy. Oh, he still has patches. Damn, that's not good. That means it's not going to kill the Flame Tongue Totem. Oh, that's really bad. So I guess I kill off a Flame Tongue and hope Sogoth can save me. He has Hunter Hero Power, so he only needs to draw 2 damage. Well, that sucked. That double Maelstrom portal was brutal.
You asked for it.
Victory or death!
I think these buff cards are actually good enough to keep in the opening hand. They're so important for the functioning of the deck.
You want to cast a spell? I want to cast a spell.
Pretty nice that I picked up an on-curve taunt after the stolen goods. Play my taunted up Boulder Fist Ogre here. Play the Gadgeteer here. No Mirror Entity. Attack face. Looks like it should be Ice Block. I actually wasn't paying attention if that was the Babbling Book spell. I think it came from not the right side of his hand, so it shouldn't be. Alright, he used a lot to kill that, and my Fierce Monkey still lives, so I guess I'm okay. Go ahead and pick up a card with Shield Block here. My Public Defender still has 0 power, so I don't really see much reason to play it. Maybe I actually just pressure him with a War Axe here. I have a minion on board that he apparently can't deal with. I have 4 weapon charges in my hand, and I have a fat Grommash that can charge his face. So that one's probably Ice Barrier if I had to guess. But we'll check for Mirror Entity, I suppose. Oh, it's not Ice Barrier. That's weird. Don't be Vaporize. It's not Mirror Entity, Vaporize, Ice Barrier, or Potion of Polymorph. So it could be Counterspell, Spellbender, or Effigy. That Sylvanas is really annoying. So I guess the play here is pop his block. I don't think I need the buff on Grom, so I'll do it with a Public Defender still in my hand. So yeah, pop his block, and then hopefully I can just kill him with my board next turn. He can trade Sylvanas into the Fierce Monkey, which can be kind of bad for me. But I do have a Shield Slam to clear out whatever he plays. And nice, he did take the worst one with the Public Defender.
You want it? I got it.
Unfortunately, sometimes the secret he has in play is Spellbender or Counterspell. Does this thing have 7 attack? It does have 7 attack, so he's dead. Nice. Oh, it was Effigy. Oh, almost a taunt. Okay. Apparently this deck can beat control if you just curve out like that.